I'm Chaplain George and serve at the Orange County jails, the men's jail, and also the Intake and Release Center, the IRC jail in Santa Ana. And it's always a case of what do they do when they get out? Can they, they're fearful in a lot of ways about the kind of assimilating back into society, staying away from drugs, which probably hold on to 90% of the people that are incarcerated, at least in our jails, and they want to be free. That's why it is so important to deal with people. If they go to the church for the first time, it's got to be, wow, we are so happy to see you, and every aspect of, the brotherhood of man has to be expressed.
I am formerly incarcerated mother, sister, aunt, cousin, and a congregation member at the Church of God Holy in Antioch, California.
I've been incarcerated for basically 21 years. Happy about it? No. Experience? Yes. I've been through some trials and tribulations.
I was formerly incarcerated for numerous things. I did 90 days and 17 hours in Corona Women's Correctional Facility, as well as other jails, San Francisco County Jail, Oakland County Jail. And when I was released, I had nothing to do. The only thing I could remember is what I went in for and how could I do it again to survive.
I was released from incarceration on July 27, 2009. And it was 9:30 p.m. at night, and I had to find my way home. I was alone. I didn't have anybody there to pick me up, no family to meet me or anything. And so I made my way home, and it was the longest night ever.
When I did finally go back to church, I felt guilty because the fact that, do people know why I went to jail, or do people really know who I am? And when I did go to church, I didn't find any type of fulfillment. I didn't find any help because I was still basing my life on only what I knew how to do. I wasn't really open to learn anything different. And it wasn't until recently that I found a church. And from there, I've been being taught how to heal and how to stay healed, and not to let my past control me, not to resonate there, and to take the things that I've learned from my past and to assist women and children, or people, period, on how to live, a successful spiritual life.
I didn't know how they was going to accept me. So that's why I sheltered myself, not sharing with people at church until I was comfortable of sharing with the people at church. And because if I didn't, because I felt they was going to look at me at a different person, like, oh, he's been incarcerated, I don't know, should we help him? So that was my biggest fear of going to a church.
Hi, my name is Deb, and I'm a church member at a Christian Science church in Roseville, California, and I'm also a member of an institutional committee that supports chaplains that go to the local prisons. I think in that capacity I was able to meet up with a woman who was coming out of jail and had originally met the chaplain, and she was needing some help, and connected up with the Christian Science Reading Room in our town. Before she was able to attend our church, she got arrested, and she got put back in jail, and she was there for a month, but she had my phone number, and so she called to let me know that she'd been arrested and to please reach out to the Christian Science chaplain to come visit her in jail. The people just need to feel like they're being heard. Even if they know that what they're saying sounds outlandish and unbelievable, It may be their experience from the past or the present. We don't really know. But it is important that they feel that they're being valued as a human being who has feelings and experiences that we don't understand.
I could recount a recent woman who had been raised in the Catholic Church, has 3 children, and she's had 2 healings in Christian Science. She's a Hispanic woman. She's got a Ciencia and Salud, and she just read through reading Science and Health. And this recent one, she had a bad toothache, and just after a painful night, the next day she opened up the textbook, or I guess it was early morning. She couldn't sleep, and she just read the Lord's Prayer and the spiritual interpretation, fell asleep, woke up when the count came, no pain. She was totally free. Now, she's also asked for us to send, she has 3 children, she wants to have them exposed to Christian Science, and we've been sending them children's articles to their home in Westminster, which is not too far away. So when she gets out, her hope and goal is to go to a Christian Science church. So we have quite a few people that if they stay with it and you visit them for 3 months, 6 months, a year or more, they are very committed to following up at a Christian Science church. And I'm that's really one of the things that keeps this work so fulfilling, is because people do respond to our church services. They do respond to the feeling that someone cares for them, God's love, and it's a blessing. So I think we just need to make sure that when they do get released, that they're welcome. They get to the church, what happens? How are they received? Are they welcomed with open arms as a brother and sister? How does it work? And I think that's so important for these people who, really, that it's kind of a fearful thing when they get out. They don't exactly have a lot of places, a lot of resources to take care of them. So that's so important, if they do go to the church, that you're ready to really receive them with open arms.